In this video, we are going to be talking about Cannizzaro reaction. So, an aldehyde which does not possess an alpha hydrogen will undergo something called a disproportionation. So, disproportionation reaction is when a substance can undergo simultaneous oxidation as well as reduction. So, when Cannizzaro reaction is taking place, so let's assume there's an aldehyde which does not possess an alpha hydrogen, is undergoing reaction with potassium hydroxide, or rather a base or a concentrated alkali. So it's going to react with a concentrated alkali to give us two products. Okay, one of them is going to be aldehyde undergoing oxidation to give us an acid or a salt of acid, rather better, yeah. So salt of the acid, whereas the other molecule of aldehyde is undergoing reduction to give us an alcohol. So, an aldehyde is reacting with a concentrated alkali to give us two products. The aldehyde undergoes oxidation to form the salt of acid, and it undergoes reduction to form an alcohol. And this is an aldehyde which does not have no alpha hydrogen. That's very important. It does not have an alpha hydrogen. So CH3CHO will not undergo Cannizzaro reaction because it has an alpha hydrogen, or it has 3 alpha hydrogens rather. So this particular process of a substance undergoing simultaneous oxidation and reduction is called as disproportionation. Disproportionation reaction. Remember. So there is simultaneous oxidation as well as reduction taking place. So let's take the example of formaldehyde, HCHO. So there is no alpha hydrogens, right? So, or rather alpha hydrogen atoms. So this is going to react with another molecule of HCHO in the presence. Okay, so we are taking two molecules of HCHO. Formaldehyde is reacting with KOH and heated to give us an alcohol and a salt of the acid. So the alcohol will be HC, or rather CH3OH, which is methanol, and the other one is going to be the potassium salt of formic acid, or methanoic, or potassium formate, because it's an potassium ion over here. So this is called as potassium formate, and we know this is methanol, so I'm not writing it. Okay, now let's take another example, benzaldehyde. So we're having two molecules of benzaldehyde. Is reacting with concentrated base alkali, that is NaOH. Okay, and it is heated. So one aldehyde is going to form an alcohol. So this is not going to be directly OH. You will have CH3OH. This is benzyl alcohol. It is not a phenol, it's a benzyl alcohol plus and here, since we have used NaOH, we'll have COONA being formed. And this is called as sodium benzoate. So that's about it. So aldehyde which does not possess an alpha hydrogen is reacting with a concentrated alkali and heated to undergo disproportionation reaction. Disproportionation is a simultaneous oxidation and reduction of a compound. So when an aldehyde undergoes oxidation, it forms the salt of the acid, whereas when it undergoes reduction, it forms an alcohol. So here we have taken the example of formaldehyde is reacting with potassium hydroxide. Because it is reacting with potassium hydroxide, we are getting potassium formate and methanol, whereas benzaldehyde is reacting with sodium hydroxide, so we are getting sodium benzoate and benzyl alcohol. With that, we're done with Cannizzaro reaction. In the next video, we will be discussing about Kolbe's electrolysis.